Excellent.
All right, so I chose the question, does Hamlet love Ophelia, and how does his love change or progress over time? And my project is remarkably similar to Rob's. Like, it's very similar, but so I made a box, and it contains some of the letters that Hamlet would have sent Ophelia. And so I put in the letters, and I made the letters change over time. The first letter I sent from Hamlet to Ophelia was about their new love and what he thought about their new love and how he thought that it was like beautiful. And then the second one, he just wrote her love poem because that was like when their love connection was strongest. And then the third letter, he became crazy and wrote half in cursive, half in manuscript. He just became crazy, and at the end of the third letter, I wrote a list of flowers, which connects back to Hannah's idea of flowers. And so I gave a list of the flowers that Ophelia gives out. It's just a random list because he's crazy, but there's a sense that his madness kind of connects to Ophelia's madness. And then the fourth letter, he writes to her and tells her that he doesn't love her and he never loved her, which is what he says in the text when he sends her away. And then the fifth letter is an unopened letter, and so it's Hamlet apologizing to Ophelia, and he says that he really does love her, but she never opens it because she's already dead by the time it gets there. And so I explored the question, does he love Ophelia? And since he rejects her and he sends her away, and he's really rude to her at some points in the text, but I think that he does love her, because at the end when she dies, he says that, like, oh, I loved you, and he's very sad that she's dead, and he really did love her. So I think that he just didn't always express it because of his madness. And my quote was, the holy vows of heaven, because it's her box, and she keeps the box with his letters for her.
I totally like the idea of using a memory box. Like, that's probably the greatest idea I've ever seen in my life. That was awesome.
I think it was cool because even though you and Rob had similar ideas, you both took different perspectives. So Rob wrote letters from Ophelia to Hamlet, and then you wrote letters from Hamlet to Ophelia. So it's interesting that although your project idea was similar, you were able to take different views on it. And then also your box is just really beautiful.
I was gonna say your box is really cool, and that it was inside.
Michelle?
Oh yeah, sure. Like was, yeah. That's really cool. I put a flower in there, dried flowers, because the flowers connection. Connor?
I like the connection on that he just had like a list of flowers that they were totally random, and then she ended up picking those flowers. I thought that was pretty cool.
I liked how you had 5 different letters that go through the whole story.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm looking forward to reading it.